Very good evening to everyone. Welcome to pantechelearning day 4 session. Very good evening to everyone. Welcome to pantechelearning. Today day 4 session. So happily we can start the day 4 session. Once again thanks to St. Joseph College of Engineering. So let us start with the day 4 with XAI and RAI. So we can see the basic of information of XAI and RAI. Then later we can see how the construction is going on with that particular models. So now we can start the session with the day 4 content. But before going to start the session, we can check with the basic of information what you need exactly if you want to start the session. So that purpose we will discuss very basic requirements. Then later we can start with our requirements. So today we are discussing explainable AI and as well as responsible AI. So both we have to discuss. So now we can start the session with the basic requirements up to in-depth of the information. So now we can start with the first one, explainable AI. Then later how it's working with the, and how it's working we can see. And after that we can see the responsible of the AI. So how it's working in a present days, in real-time application, everything we can see. And for that we can see some particular libraries based on the some particular applications wise or the construction of the models regarding for the explainable AI and as well as responsible AI. So hope you can enjoy the session. Then let us start with the session. So now uh, every day we are discussing about the basic requirements AI, ML, and DL, because the ML and DL are the requirements. If you want to start any particular application, these models are very important. So that purpose we have to discuss definitely about the ML and DL, no, but not in depth. So now we are starting with the explainable AI, and later we can start with the responsible AI. So we are having bit of difference between the XAI and RAI. So that you can see here, based on the seeing of the particular pictures, or based on the seeing on the particular examples of that particular models of the AI. So how it's working in real time, everything you can see. So now you can see, so we are discussing today um, explainable AI and responsible AI. But before going to start that, just a small definition of this requirement we can see. So what is the meaning of explainable AI and responsible AI? So here the name itself we can say how it's working. Okay, explainable AI is nothing but the simple requirement. So wherever you're asking some particular question to the system and it's giving answer, then it's okay, fine. But why it's giving exactly that particular answer, and what is the meaning of that particular answer, exactly how it's giving the answer based on your requirements. So example purpose, I just want to identify the person having the sanctioned loan or not. So I want to know the person having the sanction or loan or not. So I given some particular details, or already having some particular details. So I just got the answer as the person won't get the loan. But what is the reason? We should know the reason. So if you are getting the answer is he's getting loan sanction, he got sanctioned of loan, otherwise he doesn't get sanctioned of that particular loan means, so you're getting just answer, but you don't know exactly why you are getting, right? So that purpose, if you want to know very in-depth information about your particular answer, then we can go through the explainable AI. So that you are saying it as here explainable AI. So that purpose, we have to use this particular uh, explainable AI. And coming to the next one, RAI, responsible AI. So here, what is the meaning of this responsible AI is nothing but, so it's like fully of, it will give the full trust information, and it will give transparency of your information, and it will give the accountability of your information, and also it will give the privacy of your particular information, what are you having or what are you asking. So means you're having so many of options, also it will give particular information. So in-depth information we can see later, but before going to that, so you just to see how both are working. So ethical and explainable AI. Ethical AI is nothing but like we can say it as a responsible AI, because it should have some particular response. So if any person is asking about some particular answer, you are giving in a better way or in a, what is that, negative way. So if you are giving in a positive way, that is nothing but the ethical AI, is nothing but you are not hurting any people, and you are not giving any what is it, bad information, or you are not giving any problem to the people, means that is only ethical things, right? So here, whenever you're going through the responsible AI, you can see the particular requirements in this ethical AI. So that is nothing but you can call it as responsible AI. It's having some particular responsibilities. If any person is asking the answer, or they're asking the, I mean, they're giving the question to get the answer, So definitely the ethical AI should have the responsibility. So the people won't get any problem. So what they're asking, the responsible AI should give very clearness and the quality of the information that may be about for any type of applications. That is, you can say it as a responsible AI. So here you can see in this responsible AI, so we are having, definitely we should have the accountability for it, and we should have the inclusiveness, so and as well as it should be reality, so that you can say it as like ethical AI is nothing but the responsible AI. And coming to the explainable AI, so explainable AI is nothing but so wherever you are having the information, you are getting the answer that is not enough for you, you should know the particular reason why you are getting. For example, you applied for some particular job, and you applied for some particular any type of the information, then you're getting only particular answer is yes or no, means what is the meaning of the yes, why I'm getting the yes, otherwise why I'm getting the no, what is the main reason for it. So it should explain everything about some particular reason, that should be transparency, so that should be fairness, so that's why you're saying it as explainable. So before going to this, definitely we should know about some particular requirements. So today, just for 1 minute, so we can discuss about the deep learning, machine learning and AI and Gen AI also. Because we are having uh, responsibility to add this all those models into the responsible AI or the explainable AI. So why it's working, how it's working, later we can see. So you can see here in this responsible or explainable AI, definitely we have to use the deep learning. How you want to, I mean, how and where and why we are using this particular deep learning model means, so see, anywhere you want to train, later you have to do predict. So for that purpose, definitely you need some particular models, that is only deep learning and machine learning. So how the deep learning is working, you know very well. So this is the deep learning process. Which type of data set you are taking, that is your choice. So later it can do some particular analysis, means some modifications, pre-processing, and some analysis for the data visualization. Then later it can split the information with the feature requirements. Then it can give to the neural networks for training, and as well as to get the output from the pre-trained information. That is only we discussed yesterday. So right, and before yesterday also we have discussed about the pre-trained information. So coming to next one, machine learning. So machine learning. So coming to the next one, machine learning we are going. So what is the meaning of the machine learning? So machine can learn itself, and as well as it can give the present classifications and future predictions based on your particular past data or present data. So that purpose we are using, right? So why we want to you know about this machine learning and deep learning in these particular responsible AI and explainable AI means, definitely you're asking question, you're getting the answer is nothing but, so definitely without database training is not possible to get the answer or to predict of your information. So that purpose you have to use the machine learning, and you know very well how the process is going on. That may be Excel sheet or any other type of information you can take here, and you can take the analysis of pre-processing, and finally you will get the I mean you can give to you can give that particular data to the machine learning, then you will get the output for it. So coming to the next one, now we are starting with the explainable AI. But before going to that explainable AI, so in this explainable AI or responsible AI, we are using with the process of Gen AI part also. So that purpose, little bit discussion we can see here about the Gen AI. Then later we can start with the our process of explainable AI and responsible AI. So we can see now, till now we have seen only AI, and what models we are using in AI. and which type of technologies we are using AI, like NLP, computer vision, and some particular type of databases, Excel sheets. So something we have discussed, right? But now we are discussing about the Gen AI. So after AI can do with the requirements of only you're having the database, it can give the answer. That's it. It's like what is it? It's not like a human. It's we are sharing our requirement, what we are having already with us, to the system, that you can say it as a AI. But sometimes maybe it can give some particular answer. But coming to the Gen AI, so it will think as like a human being. For example, if you're taking the AI, in that particular AI, what are you giving the question, it can give the answer based on the database exactly with that particular lines. For example, in my database, I have given what is my name means my name is Lakshmi. Who I am means you're a human being. So like that I have trained. But in Gen AI, if I am asking some particular questions, it can try to generate the new sentence from the old sentence or from the old information. That you can say it as a Gen AI. So how it will work for our responsible AI and what is it, explainable AI is nothing but, so I said like in a explainable AI, so you have to get the answer with a bit of explanation about your particular content, why you're getting exactly some particular information. So means, so you have to explore something about your particular answer. So definitely it should have a generating part of that particular content. So that purpose we are going through with the Gen AI. So here Gen AI is nothing but it can generate anything from the old content or from pre-trained models or transformer models or large language models. For that purpose, we are using this Gen AI. So in this Gen AI, we are having so many type of models. So you can see GAN model, variational autoencoder model, autoregressive model. These are some models only, not all models. Transformer models, deep convolution, generative adversarial neural network models, recurrent neural network models. I think you have listened these type of models into the deep learning part, and as well as some regression models we can get from the machine learning model. So to do the generation of the AI in a background, definitely we have to do the pre-trained of the models. That purpose we are using these particular models. Apart from that, extra we are using here auto encoders. So it's not auto encoders. So to that we have done some extensions that you can say it as variational auto encoders. So what is the difference between the encoders, autoencoders and variational encoders means? In autoencoders, you're having only input side and output side, like encoder side and decoder side, that's it. So it's like you're giving the input and you're getting the output, that's it, without making any changes. But coming to the variational autoencoder, so you're giving the input and you're getting the output, but in middle, it's trying to go through with the latent space to generate the new information from the old data. So how you're having the GAN model, how you're having the LLM models, how you're having the transformer models, like that it's trying to generate the new information from the old information. So that's why the construction you can say about the variational autoencoder is nothing but, so encoder latent space of some particular data for the generation, then later you can say it as a decoder part. So like that you're having the particular options with you. So these are the type of the generative AI models. And here you can see this Gen AI where you can do. So you can generate the text, you can generate the image, you can generate the audio, maybe you can generate the video also. Maybe that based on your requirements of your what is it, pre-trained models is nothing but existing pre-trained models. Maybe the pre-trained models doesn't have the answer. Maybe it's trying to generate the new content but it's false, you're thinking. Then you can fine tune your old models with your new content. Then definitely it can give 80 to 90% of generation of new content from the old content. So you can see so many of options in a Gen AI. Okay, so you can see the many applications here. So that are only, so like you can see, you can generate any type of things. So in this, actually we are having in a GenAI four type of options: text to text generation, text to image to text generation, image to image generation. From that we are seeing some particular models here. Image generative AI models is nothing but image to image generation. So that purpose we are using here some particular models: GAN, generative adversarial neural network, and coming to the next one as variational autoencoder. So I said in a deep learning model, we are having so many models. But in that particular models, some models will use for only some particular type of databases. Example purpose, you are taking generating a purpose, you can use GAN model. For image classification, you can use CNN. And for audio purpose or for Excel sheet purpose, you can use RNN, LSTM. So like that, based on your particular database also, you have to select of your deep learning models or your machine learning models, and as well as in GenAI, maybe autoencoders, variational autoencoder models. So here we are taking these two for the image generative AI models. So example we know very well about it, ChatGPT. And coming to the next one as text generative AI models. So you have to generate the text from the text. You're giving the text and you're getting the text means you can take it. You're having example of ChatGPT, but it's having multiple options. Apart from that, you're having this particular requirements. So if you want to do any text generative part, definitely we can use transformer models. In that particular transformer models, you're having so many of models. So what are that particular models means? I can say some particular models. BERT, in BERT only you're having so many types of models. All BERT, distill BERT, row BERT. So like that many models they're based on the requirements. And GPT models, okay, generative pre-trained models. Whatever you're saying it as a chat GPT, that is comes under from the transformer model of the GPT, means LLM model. Wherever you're working for the text based requirement applications for generating purpose in expansible or responsible AI, so definitely you can say it as like these particular models. So coming to the next one is Google Bard. So these are some particular models. We are not using exactly these requirements into our requirement, but as per GenAI, we have to discuss these requirements. So coming to the next one, you can see. So here you're giving some particular text as Northern Lights, then it's trying to generate. Is nothing but text to image generation is doing. And here also you can see the modification of the background you are doing. And you can see here, I need to create the jungle, then create it. So like that you can do some particular things. And coming to the next one as text to image generation models. Having many models, from that you can see DALI and Midjourney stable diffusion. I think you have listened about the Midjourney mostly, and stable diffusion also. Maybe some people can listen the DALI, because in regular applications we are using this only. We are having so many options in online setup. So with some particular websites, they are using different type of models. Why we are having these many models to do the text to image generation or image to image generation means the founders are different and they are thinking in different way. That's why you can see ChatGPT or Meta AI or some responsible AI. You can see in a different way. So these are the particular applications for it. So I will tell you some particular models in a Gen AI, then later we can start with our requirements. So in Gen AI, we are having a main thing is about text-based generation purpose. You're having so many of LLM models. These are the LLM models. Normally what we are discussing: GPT BERT model, T5 model, XLNet, Robert, Albert, Distilbert, GPT-3, 4, Bloom and Electra. So if you want to discuss in depth, so we are having so many of content for that, but now we don't need this particular requirement, just we have to know, because we are just going through with our requirement of XAI and RAI. So now you can see, if you want to get any type of pre-trained models, for any type of requirements in present days. So definitely we should go with some requirements. So for that purpose, you are having some particular website that is about Hugging Face. In these Hugging Face, you can see so many type of pre-trained models. Is nothing but like transformer models or any other type of models you can see. Hope you can get the data sets also. If you need some any requirements also regarding for this, then you can get. So here you can see if you want to search for some particular models, so you can search here. For example, we have said yesterday just only NLP, and we seen some particular chatbot conversations. For the chatbot conversations, you don't want to go through with the basics, then definitely you should go through with the generative part means, or already available part means, then you can use here. So you can see chart. You're you're typing anything based on that particular requirements. You can get some particular what is that models. These are the pre-trained models. Simply you have to use this particular keyword into your coding part, then automatically it can work for you. So simple thing. So no need to type of so many lines of code, and no need to try in the database. If you want to try in the database, then you can do. Just only for modifications you have to do, or you have to add some particular database to your model means, you can add it. That you can call it as fine tuning process. So these are already pre-trained models for the generative part also. So here you can see all models. For example, I'm checking BERT model. You can see you're having so many of BERT models. Google BERT, Albert, something. Okay. So I can see here now T5 model. You can see T5 model also this. These are all are LLM models. And coming to the next one, you can see GPT. So you can see GPT model. Why GPT-2 only available? Why we don't have another models here? Because GPT-3 or 4 you want to get means, definitely you should go through with the payment process, because that is little bit expensive, no? That purpose we have to go with payment process. That is very important. We should go through with the payment process. So coming to the next one, you can see, so Whisper. So like that we are having so many of models, even embedding models also there. So like that many models are there. Even if you want to go through with the stable diffusion, you can see the stable diffusion models. And so you are having a models of the GAN also. And if you are having VAE also, so you can see the VAE models. So like that you can check any type of the models. What is the use means, simple thing. You don't want to go through the particular coding part. I said right, for a backend purpose, definitely you have to use pre-trained models. No need to start from the training of the database. So that purpose you can use these particular requirements. So that is the advantage of this Hugging Face site. You can get so many type of models. Simple thing. If you want to go through with the advanced thing, simple thing. Advanced is nothing but, for example, a free you're taking means, it's like you will get only a little bit. So based on the based on the food example, I can say. So freely you're taking means, that is not example. So simple, I'm saying here directly. So you're taking like one of the particular model. You want to use GPT model. So you're using GPT-2, that is free. That may be having the option with only 2 GB or 3 GB content. So you're asking 100 questions, maybe it can give answer only 5 to 10 questions properly. Because if you want to get remaining questions, you have to go through with some advanced models. If you're going to the GPT-3, that is also free, we know. So but here for downloading purpose, we don't have the free option. So if you're going through the GPT-3, so there also you're having the option up to what is that, it can give the answer for your question with 8,000 words, 8,000 tokens it can provide for you. But sometimes maybe you can see, if you are using GPT model also, you will get some particular what is it, words also, you will get some particular grammar problems. For example, name is nothing but, it may give only sometimes NME. So like that you will get some type of the problems, but you need very very advanced thing, quality of content you need. Definitely should go through with the what is it, pro of the GPT Pro, that is about GPT 4. Actually we are using GPT 4 only, 4.0, but 4 Pro also there, that is about pricing thing. So if you want to go through with the pricing also, you're having the option here. So you can go for the pricing option, you will get better quality of the content. Content quality is nothing but the purity of the sentence is very high compared with the normal one. Because you can see if you are taking any type of rating of language. So for example, I'm asking you what is your rating, what you can give your rating exactly for your particular language means. So you can use these particular requirements. So this is about the basic requirements of your particular models. So why I'm saying this Gen AI means, now we can go through with the requirements. We can get go back to the requirements. So now we are starting with the explainable AI. But before going to that explainable AI, why you used ML, DL, and as well as Gen AI is nothing but ML, DL are what is it, models. If you want to train anything, or if you want to predict, or if you want to test anything, definitely we need that particular requirements. But along with that, we have learned something about some Gen AI, right? So what is the meaning of the Gen AI means? For example, so I can take one example here in a paint, then you can understand how Gen AI is working exactly for requirement. So here your data is there. Okay. So this is your data. So this data you have to get the output. So if you're getting data directly with the question and answer is nothing but normal AI. But it should be responsible and it should be generating option. Means I want to get the better answer and it should be very secured and it should be very clear quality of the content. So then definitely in between you have to use here what is that so definitely we are using here a responsible AI. Along with that, so you have to use Gen AI also, then only you can get the information um, with explanation in a own way. So that purpose we have discussed about the Gen AI also. Now we can see about the explainable AI. So in depth we can go. So what is the meaning of the explainable AI? Simply it can give the in-depth information about your particular requirements. So it can explain to justify is nothing but, so it can give some particular requirements how you are exactly using. Next, explain to control. So means, so exactly you have to use these requirements only, or exactly you have to go through with this requirement. You don't want to go. Otherwise, it can say this is only good. Something like that. It can give some suggestions to you. Next one, it can discover. Then later, it can improve. So means improvisation is nothing but compare with the normal one, you can get here a better information when you're going through the explainable AI. So now you can see why you're using exactly this explainable AI means, you can see. So we are having some particular requirements. These are only, you can say it as a, what is it, main motto to take this explainable AI. You can see like a feature type. Example purpose, why you are taking exactly a motor mobile means, you have to say what is that different unique requirements apart from others, then only you can take that motor mobile. So is nothing but you have to say exact features and as well as what is the importance of that particular mobile, then only we can go through it, right? So here you are having a same thing. So here we are taking traditional AI acts as like a black box. So what is the meaning of the black box means, later we can see. So here in that particular black box, So what you are going through with these requirements in this explainable AI means build user trust. If you are using this explainable AI, the trust will be very important here when you are using explainable AI, because if you are asking any question means it should be worthy. Otherwise you are taking you're getting false answer means what is the use? For example, I'm asking about what is Python. It's giving particular answer means that's okay, fine, but it's not giving some purity of the content, then what is the use? So that purpose, the trust should be there when you're going through with this. So the trust can give compare with the normal AI when you're going with the explainable AI. And coming to the next one is debug models. Having any problems, then you can identify because of this explainable AI. And coming to the next one is ensure compliance. So means it can ensure about your particular requirement. Coming to the next one is increase the transparency. So we know very well the transparency is nothing but we can't hide anything. So it can give a very purity of the requirement, that you can say it as a transparency. So we can see the transparency is nothing but left side what are you seeing, in that back side also you can see the same thing. So like it's like a transparency. So purity of the requirement will be there when you're going through with that. But for that, in machine learning models, we are taking some particular models that are only decision tree, linear regression, or any other type of models. If you want to work for this explainable AI, so these are the basic models, and what we are using exactly for these requirements. So decision tree and linear regression, and we are having another models, mostly we can use these requirements in explainable AI. That's why I said the machine learning is important. So here decision tree and linear regression are the models of supervised. In machine learning, we are having four type of models: supervised, unsupervised, semi-supervised, and reinforcement. So in that, in supervised learning, with the labels requirement where you are having, there we are using this, there we are having these particular models of decision tree and linear regression. So in this explainable AI, mostly we can use these requirements. So coming to the next one, we can see those examples for these explainable AI, we can see. Okay, so now we can see some particular examples. By seeing of this picture, you can understand how it's going exactly. So today, so you can see this is about the training of the data, and you are giving the learning process that may be about machine learning models or deep learning models. Then you are getting answer as this is cat. But so you should know what is exactly for that and how it's giving the answer exactly for that. You're having some particular doubts. So that is about normal process. But when you have added to the AI with the explainable process, then you can see the second picture. The same thing, this is about the AI you have to think, and this is about the explainable AI. So you can see training data you're taking, but your new learning process you're taking. Here you are taking explainable models with the explanation interface. For example, you can see this is a cat. It has fur. So something about some particular features will be there. Exactly. Right? For example, you're thinking, okay, the size, the shape, color, you can understand here in AI what it can do. It can take the features. That's it. Size, shape, color, something like that it can take. It doesn't have any other option. So no one is saying about the cat should be like this. That's why sometimes cat may be, it can say, what is a tiger? Tiger maybe it can say cat sometimes in AI. That purpose to reduce those type of the problems in expansible AI, explainable AI, you can see here. So when you're taking the database with a new learning process to these explainable AI models is nothing but what you're taking exactly with your database. So you're giving some particular theory of further or particular explanation about it. So that purpose you're taking, because of these two only, Because of these two only, you are saying it as explainable AI. Now you can see. So he can understand why it came and what exactly it's cat, why it's exactly cast a cat, something like that. He can easily identify those requirements. So you can see here also the first one will be AI and second one will be explainable AI. So you are getting input as a some for example this butterfly, and later you are giving that particular data to the deep learning model or machine learning model, then you are getting the results. It's like normal AI. And coming to the explainable AI, so you're taking this data and you're applying to your model, but explanation you are giving why exactly this is butterfly. So then you're going through with that. Okay. And also you can see another example here. This is about the loan application, whether it will be applicable or not, whether you got the loan or not. For that you can see. So the person who are there, the loan application he filled, he given into the he given to the bank. Then what they will do based on that particular requirements, they can say he got rejected or not. But he is having some problem. Okay, I given all those details, but why he got rejected exactly? What is the problem? Uh, okay, some civil score or something you can say, but exactly is that only problem or any other problems? So like that he can check all those requirements. So that purpose exactly the particular requirement, and it can explain why you have rejected exactly for this particular loan application. So why you haven't get any sanction for the loan means it can explain everything. That is only considered as explainable AI. You can see exactly how the black box is working with the modeling of your machine learning and deep learning models. You can see. So when you're taking explainable AI, it's having deep learning or machine learning models along with the black box. So black box is nothing but it's like a security purpose, you can see here. So for example, if you're seeing this picture, the architecture should be very clear. So you can see you're taking data collection and you're giving to the pre-processing of the data. Then you're applying to the modeling, and you can do the evaluation process also. So you can see it's already what is it? Pre-trained, then you can take it also, no problem. Then later you can see you are checking all those requirements, and to get the output you are adding the what is that black box along with that some particular explainability explain interface content with your particular models. Then only you can say it as explainable AI. So that is the advantage of this explainable AI. Now you can see the next step. Explainable AI techniques. In these XAI, we are having some particular techniques. So these are the techniques, but these are not only techniques, we are having many, but you can see. So the first one will be LAM. So coming to the next one is SHAP, and we are having some particular requirements. So we can discuss every model in detail later, but you can see what you're having exactly in this explainable AI. So you're having two type of the things. Transparent methods you are having, and post hoc methods also you are having. So in these transparent methods only, this linear regression or logistic regression, KNN, and decision tree, Bayesian models, and what are you having like supervised models. In machine learning, you're working for the transparent methods. And coming to the post hoc methods, you're having based on the two type of things, specific based and remaining economic based. So here you're having two type of the things, and here you can see if you are going exactly with this particular, then you are having here main models SHAP, Lime, Scatter. So like that you're having some particular models, and coming to the specific you're having some particular requirements. So these are the exactly techniques what you're having. So from there, today we are discussing two or three. So then later we can go through the explainable AI. So we know already these particular models and all, I'm thinking. So if you don't know, like I will tell you the small theory part about this linear regression and what we are seeing in a transferring methods. So in supervised learning, we are having two options again, right? So one is about the classification and second one will be the regression part in a machine learning of supervised. So in that, exactly what is the meaning of the classification? Present, it can give the answer, or present now itself it can classify the information, that you can say it as classification. And coming to the next one is regression. So what is the meaning of the regression? Based on your present and past data, it can expect something in a future, that you can say it as a future predictions, that you can say it as regression model. So here you are having linear regression and logistic regression. This linear and logistic regression will work for yes or no conditions and based on the binary format. So coming to the next one is rules based methods. If you are having any rules based, then you can go through with it. Coming to the next one, third one is k nearest neighbor. So k nearest neighbor is nothing but if you are taking on some particular data, in that particular data, what features are near to the main features, based on that particular requirements, you can work for the k nearest neighbor. And coming to next one is some additive models, and later you can see the decision tree. So decision tree is nothing but we know very well. So you're having some bunch of the content and you're dividing that content into the small stems, then later small things, and finally leaves is nothing but tree format. So whenever you're having the requirements in a tree format, but the trees should not be more. It's like restricted. Some trees only you have to take, so that you can take it as decision tree. So coming to next one as Bayesian model, that is about Bayesian theorem will be there. So based on that, it can work. So these are the transferring methods. And coming to next one as remaining models we are taking here. So the first model will be line method. Okay, so what is the meaning of the line and exactly how it's working means local interpreted model of agnostic explanations. So means here you are taking local interpretable methods. Okay, so means, so you're taking your information and you're trying to give some particular answer in this particular way. So that's why you're saying it as LIME. So you can see you're taking the model. Okay, so that model you're taking to train the data with some particular requirements. So here you have given some particular requirements in this particular data, you can see. Then you have applied to the line, then it can explain everything because of these particular reasons. So you can see all those things. It can give some particular explanation exactly. Then how the person can understand finally, based on your model, based on your database, along with the explanation part, the person can understand what he's trying to get the answer from the responsible of the AI with the line. So this is the option of the line. Simply here the line is working as like an explainer. So also you can see here you're giving the input data, you're giving to the ML model, and predictions is nothing but normal AI. But along with that, some particular XAI methods you are giving with the line methods. Then in that line methods only you're having the explanation of the theory and you're applying to this. Then you can see the requirements, how the person is satisfying. And coming to the next one, SHAP. So here we are using the SHAP also. This is also one of the best method. So we are using this additive part. So this SHAP, today we are seeing the coding part for the SHAP part. So for this part, we are taking XGBoost model training. So this is also one type of the model from the supervised model. XGBoost algorithm is nothing but it's a boost algorithm. It's having the ensembling methods, like it's like a combination of two models. We can call it as a boost classifier. So coming to next one is using the boost classifier, we are taking the SHAP explanation predictions, how you are taking exactly, and we can see the visualization of that graphical representation also for this. Today we are explaining these particular applications with the SHAP, and later I will explain this particular content. We can go through with the theoretical part first, then later you can explain, we can take the example of this particular SHAP. So now you can see how the SHAP is working. you are giving the input features with the ML model along with the SHAP, then it can give the explanation as like in the same way. Maybe first explanation is good, or second explanation is good, third explanation is good, anything. So based on your requirement, you can select that one. So this is the SHAP model. Now we are going through with the responsible AI. So now we are going through with the responsible AI. In this responsible AI, so we are going through with the next option for today. First we have discussed explainable AI, and we have discussed something about that particular requirement. In this you are having so many of techniques. In that we have discussed only little bit. Now you can see this application at the end of the time we can see with the SHAP in coding part setup using Jupyter notebook of the Anaconda Navigator. So now you are taking the responsible A. So the responsible A is nothing but it's having the responsibility. It doesn't have any negative activities. It should have the responsibility. It should know the ethical things. Then you can call it as responsible AI. What responsible AI can do exactly means you can see here. So this is the architecture actually. If you are going through with the architecture, so it should take the data processing, building models, and it should give the reporting as like a explainable AI only. But along with it, you can see it's having some accountability, and it should have the privacy. Many important thing: privacy and transparency and accountability, and also it should give only positive requirements. If we are having any negative requirements from our content also, it should filter it. That purpose we are taking this responsible AI. It's like a big person in a family. So now you can take it as responsible AI, how it's going on. We can call it as also ethical AI, because ethics should know how the what is it, positive person having the ethics about present or future requirements and responsibilities uh, in our family. So like that, if it is trying to give any answer, it should have some responsibility. So that's why you are saying it as ethical AI. It's having the requirements. What are you seeing in this particular picture? Simply in a text way we are showing it. Fairness should be there, and accountability means accountability is nothing but you are giving the answer, but it should be applicable for the question. Exactly, it should give the uh, proper answer. Then coming to the next one, privacy and safety. Yes, safety it should give, and privacy it should protect. And last one will be transparency. Here also the transparency is also very important, because if you are hiding anything, what is the use? Like it may be what is it uh, it may be effect in the future. That's why we don't want to take anything. It should be transparency when you are getting the answer. So you can see how it's working exactly. So these are the responsible requirements. For example, if you are taking the responsible AI, these are the architectures, you can say. These are our requirements, you can say. Why we are using responsible AI also, you can say, based on these requirements only. The same thing: fairness and reliable useful should be there, and control over own data means if you are getting any answer also, it should be worthable. So like that, whatever you're seeing, all those requirements, then that should be a responsible AI. Now you can see how the implementing of responsible AI is going on. So actually here we are having some particular frameworks and tools. So this will be done with the AI Fairness 360 of IBM, and also Google, and Ethical AI of EU, and later Microsoft also. These people have done with these requirements. So for this particular explainable AI, sorry, responsible AI, today we are just going through with the application with some same as like a models of machine learning models we have to apply, and we have to train the particular data, and we can say final that performance exactly how it's going on. So today we are just seeing the two applications. One is about SHAP, and the second one will be based on the fair learn. So both you are seeing here, and we can get the particular information. But where we are using this RA and XAI? So for the healthcare sector, we can use. For financial sector, we can use. For law based we can use. For legal and criminal justice systems we can use. Healthcare sector means, so if you are getting, I mean you are giving any input question to the system or something, it should give proper answer about your particular health issues. If it is hiding anything, then definitely it should have some problem. You will get some problem in the future, right? So that purpose you have to take your healthcare purpose with a explainable and responsible AI. So in this particular explanations and unbiased it depends also. Coming to the next one as financial based. So in finance we don't want to hide anything. If you are hiding now, definitely it will affect in the future. That purpose it should be transparency. And coming to the next one is law. So in law, you have to say very clear information, like trusty and worthy information. It should be transparent transparency in these particular law applications also. Because if you are hiding anything here also, you will get some problems in the future when you are completing of entire content. So coming to the next one is in criminal activities or legal activities, definitely it's useful. So these are the main applications if you are using this responsible and as well as explainable AI. So these both are trustworthy and it should be held for what is that realistic of person, how the purity person will be there, like we can say like a perfect person. In a human being we can say if the person is a responsible person, if the person is a fairness person, is not hiding anything, and he is having the accountability and he is having the responsibility things, means we can say he is like a perfect person, right? So AI is nothing but some garbage also will be there, but here uh, we are having the very clear cut information, quality will be there, and we don't want to get any negative things here. That purpose we are using this explainable AI and responsible AI. So that will be the entire content for today. Just we can go through some basic requirements. So if you are going through with the visualization of explainable AI, so these are the requirements what already we have discussed. Okay, so we are having bias in AI models also. We are having the bias models, and we know already the requirements. So we don't want to go through with this. So we can see, so we are having the biasing of the AI models and as well as privacy and responsible AI. Why we are saying it as privacy means, you can see we are having some key privacy techniques. So we are having here differential privacy and federated based learning, and we are having security multi party of computation is nothing but we have to give the security in a multiple ways. So we have to give more security basing of the responsibility AI. So we should have the accountability with clear information as like a transparency. Okay, for this purpose also we can use the languages. Today we are using the Python language. Hope you can understand all those requirements. So we can start with our requirements of our models. Okay, so now we are starting our application with SHAP based and fairness based. Both we can see fairness based and as well as SHAP based. First we can discuss our application for today, uh, SHAP, then later we can go through with the fairness. So now you can see this one. So hope you understand. We have discussed about all explainable AI and responsible AI, how it's going on. Now we can go through with the basic of the application, how it's going exactly. So now I'm going through with the software here. Jupyter Notebook of the Anaconda Navigator. So now I'm going through with the location, particular location, what I'm having exactly. So here you can see you're having the SHAP. So first we will discuss about the SHAP. Then later we can see the different type of algorithms what you are using for fair learning process. So I'm just going through the SHAP. And we can see first about the algorithms, then later we can see about that particular SHAP. So here we are taking with the model of logistic regression. So today we are taking about what is it, insurance based and as well as some particular requirements that may be related to the, we can say it as like a financial based, that may be any type of requirements, we can say it as a financial based. So now we are discussing application, we can say it as financial based. So here we have to follow the same steps. How you have followed yesterday and before yesterday. For application purpose, I am saying how you are following in the same manner you have to follow. So today also we are just following in the same manner uh, for AI and RAI. XAI and RAI. So for that purpose, if you want to start anything, and we are having already architecture with us, right? So we can see the architecture is like a same manner how we worked for yesterday and before yesterday. In the same manner we have to work. You can see the architecture as well. Then you can understand how it's going on exactly. You can see. So the same thing, you're training the data, you're doing the same thing. So that process only I'm showing here. First you have to do the data collection. Then after data collection, what you have to do? Definitely you have to go through the pre-process. After pre-process, you have to use the data visualization. And in visualization, then later you have to use the split data. Then later you have to load ML or DL algorithms. I'm not saying about pre-trained models. Before pre-trained model, what you're doing also I'm saying. Yesterday and before yesterday we have discussed. Even first day also we have discussed. So now you have to train only train part. What about the test part? It should for testing part. Only train part data with ML or DL models. Now it's get trained. That is only you can call it as pre-trained. That is only you're having training data, something will be there, no, like that. So in this, along with this, you're adding explainable content. Explainable okay. So you're taking explainable content. Both you are giving to the interface. It should combine those things. Then you can get the starting process of the interface. Then the person should will get happy. Now they're asking some particular input question. So now you have to see the answer, right? How it's coming exactly. Input question. Example purpose I'm giving it as input question. So now you have to do definitely here also the pre-process. Then later compare input features with database features along with explainable AI means explain content with interface. Finally, you'll get the answer with definition of answer. I mean, not a definition. Why answer you are getting exactly, how you are getting, and where you are getting. So these requirements you will get the answer by using of the explainable AI. In a same format, we have to start our application. That is only you can say it as explainable AI. So now let us start with the requirement, explainable AI or responsible AI. Now we are going through with the application. So I have opened already Jupyter notebook of Anaconda Navigator. Here I have started with this requirement. Now you can see. So here I should take some particular CSV files. I already said to you how to gather. So you can download that particular CSV files and you can gather here and you'll get the particular option, right? So here I'm taking about these algorithms of the CSV. So this is about some particular, I'm using here logistic regression model, but anywhere we have to start with the importing of libraries. Then only our concept will start. So now I have given here import pandas as PD and matplotlib from that you're taking as PLT. It's nothing but what is the meaning of that? Pandas we are using to load the Excel sheet information of data frame data and matplotlib for the graphical representation. Then later you're taking off your particular data, df is equal to pd.read csv, then you're loading off your book csv file. And in that particular csv, what you're having exactly how to display means simply you can call your particular df variable. Then you can see how the number of samples will be there and what are attributes exactly. So number of samples you can see in a rows and number of columns you can see in a number of attributes you can see in a columns. You're having age and bought of insurance. So means whether you're bought insurance or not. Okay. So that are the requirements. So here it's showing these requirements. Later you can see these requirements you have to display with some plotting of graph. So that purpose you're taking here plt.scatterplot for the df.age and df.bought of insurance. So here it's giving the symbol as plus symbol with red color. So if you want to change the colors also you can change. Then you are giving plt.show. So from where you are getting this plt? Because we know already df you are getting because you called a csv file and it's having a storing of that it just read the csv file into the df variable. In that you are having two attributes that you are calling here, age and as well as bought insurance. From where you are getting this plt? When you have imported the matplotlib, there we have given this plt shortcut name. So because of that, in x-axis and y-axis exactly you can see how the insurance based on their age they are having, how they bought. So if you want to give any other symbols also you can give star or any other thing. Here also you can give the different type of colors. So this is about the graphical representations by using of matplotlib. Maybe you can use seaborn also, that is for extra requirements. Coming to next one. So actually I said like you have to load the data, the next one pre-process the data, later you have to do the visualization. So here we have collected the data, we haven't do any pre-process, maybe that the data should be clear, no need to go through with the pre-process. Then we have done the visualization. After visualization what you have to do? You have to split the data. So for that purpose you can see here we are just going through the splitting of the data. You can see we are just splitting of the data. So how you are splitting from the scalar? So what is the meaning of the scalar? So what are you giving here some particular with green color and some particular importing or from? These are the libraries for our application. For reading of Excel sheet, you are having CSV file. For graph purpose, you are having matplotlib. For loading of machine learning models or for splitting of the data into train and test part, then you have to use the sklearn. That is about scikit-learn you have to use. So from that scikit-learn, you are taking model selection, import, train, test, split. Because of these keyword, you can divide your data into two parts. Train test, the train also you're having uh, with again two parts, X train, Y train. And test also you're having X test and Y test. Why we are having these requirements means let us let just explain about that how you are splitting the data exactly. So this is my 100% of the data. In these 100% of the data, I'm having two attributes. And here, what I'm giving, this is about number of samples. This is about number of attributes. Now, first I should divide these attributes into input attributes and output attributes. So here I'm giving just age is my input attribute because we don't have the more attributes, right? So age I'm giving it as input attribute. And bought insurance is output attribute. So I'm giving here shortcut name as bought insurance is output attribute. So I'm giving for these input attributes with the name as X, and for the output attribute I'm giving the name as Y. So here what is input? X. Maybe you're having the age, but you're having so many attributes also that all you can call it as X. But where are you seeing bought insurance, that is single label, because based on the symptoms only you have to say the disease, based on the input attributes only you have to say whether he bought a insurance or not. So here insurance is nothing but single label should be there, and remaining should be for the input attributes. Now first you have to divide X and Y is nothing but input attributes and output attributes. Now you have to divide this X and Y into train and test. So what is the meaning of the train? Train data should be always more, and test data should be always less, because training purpose you have to give the number of samples more, and for the test purpose you have to give the number of samples less. So here I'm thinking, for example, I'm having 100 samples, 1 to 100 samples. Okay, so in these 1 to 100 samples I can take in a ratio part, like if I'm taking for 99 for training, remaining 1 sample for testing, or 98 2. So like that here I'm taking for training part 70 percentage, remaining 30 percentage maybe I am giving for the testing part. Okay, now I can say this is for training, right? This is for training. You are having 100 samples. In that 100 samples, you are giving 70% of samples for training. Okay, so 30% for the testing. So now I can say this is like this. I have divided my data. I can say. So this is X train. This part will be X train, and this part will be Y train. So this part will be X test. This part will be output, right? Then you can call it as Y test. So like that you got the splitting of the data. X test, sorry, train. More will be there, not more means train. This is Y train. Now this one X test. This is Y test. Like that you have to complete everything about your particular splitting of the model. So now we can go through with that. You can see X train Y X test and Y train Y test is equal to train test is split of df age and df botness, and test size I am giving 0.2. What is the meaning of that? 20% of your data it will go for X test and Y test. Remaining 80%, I said for example 70-30, but here we have taken 20% for testing and 80% for the training. Okay. Like that we have divided. If you want to see also, you can see X train, you're having the samples, and Y train also you can divide like that. Then later what you want to do after completion, so you should load ML or DL models. Here we are loading logistic regression, so that purpose I am taking ML models. Then later you have to train the model. So here I am taking logistic regression model. I have given this one, I have trained it. Then you are getting prediction. In the same manner, the decision tree also you are applying. So this is for only just for training of the data. Later we can see the output results. So in the same manner, how you have done for these entire steps, then you can do for the decision tree also, because these also one type of a transparency model for the explainable AI, right? So we have taken for uh, bought insurance purpose, logistic regression we have used, and decision tree we are using for salaries based. So here in this second CSV file, you are having salaries.csv file. So again, you are loading the data. This is another application you can say, but same step you have to follow. This is based on the salary based. So like how they are getting the salary, something like that you have to identify. So that purpose, here I'm having the salary.csv file. I'm just saving into df2 file. Then you can see the number of samples along with the attributes. We are having the number of samples here. Along with that, you can see you're having the attributes: company name, job, degree, salary more than 100k. Okay, so these are the attributes. Here you can see different type of companies, and you can see job, which type of job they are using, and they're doing, and the degree also they are giving masters or bachelor something, and more than uh, they're having 100k or not. 0 is nothing but not, 1 is nothing but yes. So then later what you're doing, previously we are having only two attributes, right? That's why just we have divided into ages for the input and about insurance for the output. I said sometimes maybe you will get more attributes for the input, right? Here what are the input attributes? We can say it as, like, for example, company, job and degree. Three attributes are there. Means in X variable, how many attributes we are having now? Three attributes. For salary purpose, that is only Y attribute. That is nothing but output attribute. So these are the inputs. Based on that you have to get the output. So now you can see here in X variable, I'm just dropping the salary more than 100k, because why? This is salary more than 100k is for Y attribute, means output attribute. That purpose I'm just dropping this one, and these three I'm taking for the X. So coming to the next one as Y. In Y you have to take exactly only salary more than 100k, right? Because that is only your output attribute. That purpose you have to take. Then now here we are adding some extra requirement. We are not going directly the splitting of the data into X train, Y train, X test and Y test, because you can see previously what are you taking the data. In upside, what are you taking the data? You are having only numerical numbers. It's not a matter you can directly you can train your database. But if you're having the database with the combination of decimal, numeric, object, object is nothing but the text part content, definitely you have to use some particular options, pre-processing options. That is only from the sklearn we are taking label encoder. So what is the meaning of the label encoder means? So it can take your content of the text, then it can convert into the what is it, labels wise. For example, here Google, it can give 0 and 1 for ABC Pharma, 3 for Facebook. Like that it can display the data. So here you can see, that is only we are seeing. So here you can see label encoder we are applying for the company, label encoder we are applying for the job, and label encoder we are applying for the degree. Why not for a salary more than 100k? This is already in a binary format only, no need of any label encoding. This is a text format, and we'll get some doubt. Why it's not, is it not possible to take all the data for training with the combination of all those things? Means it's not possible. You have to apply different type of techniques, then only it's possible. So that purpose we have applied the label encoder for company, for job and for everything with new labels. These are the previous attributes, right? Company, job, degree. These only we are just modifying after label encoding with some new attributes, that is only company n, job and degree n. Now you can see we got extra 3. Now what you want to do, you converted these requirements into label encoding part, right? Then what is the use of this? No need of this, right? We can remove it off. That purpose you're doing here, new x is equal to extra drop of company job degree, axis is equal to columns, means from the columns you're just dropping all those requirements. So after dropping, you can see all are numerical. I'm not saying it should be numerical. Based on a requirement, we have to take some techniques, that's it. So like that we have converted all those things. Text format into text, actually we can call it here object. Decimal purpose you can call it as a float, I think you know, in Python. Integer purpose, numerical purpose you can call it as integer. Decimal purpose you can call it a what is it, you can call as a float. And for the text purpose you can call it as string, but in this particular format you have to call as like a object. So like that you have to complete everything. Now you are having x and y, so you are applying here what is that, a decision tree for it. Then you are adding all those requirements, then you are getting the model prediction part. In the same manner, third algorithm you are applying, that is only support vector machine. This is also one type of the model from the supervised of the machine learning. You are applying the model, then you are getting the requirements here. So this is about the iris requirement you are getting. Okay, so you're taking all requirements with explanations here. So in the same manner how you have taken, in the same manner for this purpose also you are following the same things. Simply you are converting and you are doing and you are changing and you are doing some graphical representations and all. Then you are doing x and y, x for only I think these labels, length and width and petal length and petal width, like that, and remaining will be for the inputs. So like that you are taking off your data and you are doing the prediction. So this is about correlation mapping type you are taking for all those requirements. So these are training of your database. Even random forest classifier also you can use. So random forest classifier you are having, and that is also you can apply. Even k-fold cross validation. So cross validation you are doing, and in the same manner you can apply all algorithms here. Okay. So this is about algorithms, how you're training and how you're working for the A models. Now you can see SHAP, how it's working for it. Till now whatever you have seen, so I said like SHAP you have to take with the XGBoost classifier. So XGBoost classifier is one of the boost classifier where you are getting the uh, underfitting process. There we have to use the boost classifiers. For overfitting you can use bagging process. So here I'm taking boost classifier is XGB, so XGBoost classifier for that purpose. So this is SHAP based I'm taking. So here I'm importing the SHAP XGBoost classifier and pandas for loading of CSV file. This is another application. Then you are taking model selection also. Now what you are taking from the SHAP data set you are taking, and you are splitting the data set and you are applying to the XGBoost classifier. It's getting training. Later what you want to do, this is only the important thing, right? So you have to take the database, you have to train it, and then later you have to apply the explainer. Then you are applying to the explainer, then you will get the output with the explainer process, you can see. Okay, so this is about SHAP. These are all our algorithms, right? So I said today two applications we are having, SHAP and FairLearn. This is about SHAP, how you are working with the what is that, boost classifier, XGBoost classifier. Again you can see. So you are loading SHAP, XGBoost, pandas and scalar. Then later what you are doing, whatever you have trained everything, that you are loading to here, and again you are trying the database with XGBoost. Now you are applying explainer by using the SHAP. Then you can see the all those requirements. This is for explainable AI example of SHAP. Now you can see in responsible AI Fairlearn. For that purpose you have to install the Fairlearn. Here also you have to install the SHAP if it is not installed. So after installation, you can keep in a comment line. Now you can see in the same manner I'm loading. So pandas library I'm taking logistic regression, training and testing, accuracy score for displaying and dataset purpose, and some gradient and some extra requirements you're taking. Here I'm taking my data. Okay, I'm dividing into X and Y. Next, I'm applying into the splitting of the data. Then here I'm applying fail learn along with the logistic regression, and it's getting trained. And finally, you're applying this what is it? Logistic regression with the fail learning, and you'll get the results of the output results. Okay, so this is about how SHAP is working and how fail learn is working compare with the normal models. Here we have done only just training of the database. You're taking in the same steps. We have done with the same step, but we haven't add any XAI or RAI. But in second Jupyter notebook file, we are having two options, SHAP and as well as Fairlearn, both. So that is for entire requirements of applications for today. So hope you understand this one. Till now, having any doubts, you can keep in a chat box. And tomorrow is the final class. Tomorrow we can discuss some doubts also. You are having any doubts, you can keep the chat box, and we can discuss every doubt in that particular chat box. Hope you can get all responses. Thank you. And don't worry about the attendance link. So we'll provide you the attendance link. And if you want to contact for a further information, you can contact these numbers. So for the further requirements. Uh, Again, thanks to all people for joining of this class. So thanks for your patience levels. Continuously you're attending the classes. That is very happy for me, and hope you can enjoy the session. Having any doubts also, you can keep the messages in chat box. Thank you. So till now having any doubts also, you can keep in a message chat box. Please keep in comment lines. Having any doubts also, you can keep. So again, I'm saying this Hugging Face site is very important. I mean, very useful to you. You can download the data sets and the models, pre-trained models also. Even you can do the fine tuning process here. Thank you.